Hello art friends, welcome back. It is Lady Draws a Lot. I am an illustrator and a comic book artist, and I am here today for another unboxing, using, and review of Sketchbox. Now I have here today the September Sketchbox. It's quite heavy as compared to some of the other ones that have been coming these past few months, so I'm pretty excited to crack her open and see what's inside. Grab your coffee or whatever happens to be in your cup. I mean, no judgments here. This is a judgment-free zone. My dad used to do that with his coffee, drink it real loud like that. It used to drive my mom crazy. I get it. Without further ado, folks, let's get caffeinated! Right. I still can't swivel in this chair. Let's take a look at what we have here in the September Sketchbox. Let's start with this Windsor and Newton Studio Collection set. This comes with a 3, 6, and 8B pencils, graphite, and then you've got a kind of a variety of tones here with these pencils. This is a soft charcoal, a hard charcoal, a sepia, and a white. And then you've got a blending stick, an eraser, and a sharpener here. This is a really nice set, so I'm excited to dig into that and see how these all work out together. Then we've got the Cretacolor, I think I'm pronouncing that right, I don't know, Art Sticks in Burnt and Dry Sanguine. I might be pronouncing that wrong too, but you know, you tell me. These art sticks come in a smaller sort of width and then an XL wider width. So that lays down color in this sort of sepia tone. Then we've got these soft knife and covers. So this is like a plastic knife, and then you put these little covers over the tip there, and then you're supposed to be able to blend kind of softly with those. Then we have the Cretacolor Sanguine Powder, and this is like a color powder that you're supposed to use with these soft knife covers to sort of blend in tones as you'd like. Then we've got the Fabrino sand toned paper. This is 15 sheets of paper, 4x6. It's a toned paper, and it's it's quite thin actually. It's kind of almost like a construction paper type feel. So, but it'll be really cool to see how these tones lay down on this colored paper. I really like that in both last month's and this month's Sketchbox, they gave us some sort of really different, fun tone of paper. Last month it was black, and now this month it's this cool sand tone. And this just totally makes you work in a different way as an artist. The paper itself becomes its own value, so it's really fun to work that way and very different, and kind of just gets your creativity flowing in a different way. All right, so I got to think about what I'm going to make here, but either way, guys, let's get to work. is where I landed on my sketch. All right, now let's talk about the products here. Let's start with this paper. This paper worked really well with all of these products here, and the color, the tone also worked amazing. So no complaints about this paper. I think it's a great choice for a toned paper if you're using a dry medium. So this of course wouldn't be ideal for any sort of ink, I don't think, or definitely not watercolor based. But if you're using a dry medium, this is a nice paper. It retails, according to Sketchbox, for $9.99. I think that's a fair price. Again, as I'll mention, you know, check Dick Blick's website and see if you can get this cheaper. This Sketchbox, you know, I'm not sure if this is just a paper that you can get through Sketchbox, or it's just the size that is exclusive to Sketchbox. I'm not sure. So check around, see what you can find, but the sand tone is a fun one to try. All right, let's talk about the Windsor & Newton set collection for sketching. I think this is a great set, and you know what? It comes in this really nice tin too for storage, so that's really, I like that a lot. Because sometimes if you don't have that, all the pencils kind of get jumbled up together, and especially if you have like these softer pencils, like the charcoal pencils, they can get broken and it's just messy as well. So to have a case like this to store them in is really great. All these color variations here, the charcoal, light charcoal, sepia, and the white all work very well, especially with the paper. They don't go over each other that well, I'll say, but if you're using just a color on its own, it works really well on the paper. So something to think about if you're trying to layer your colors. And then the pencils, no issues with those. They were, you know, your standard pencils. The blender stick was a really nice addition to this too, so helpful to have for fine detail, fine blending. And then the eraser worked well too. So this set retails for $18.06. I think that's a fine price for this set. You may be able to find it cheaper elsewhere, so hunt around. But if you are looking for a pencil set that has these color options as well as some graphite and these sort of tools, this is a nice one to get, because not only does it perform well, but it's in this really nice case too. All right, let's talk about the Sanguine Powder. I'm just gonna pretend like I'm pronouncing that correctly. This powder I thought was gonna be really difficult to work with. It's actually really nice, and you know, I'll go ahead and, you know, talk about this at the same time, the soft knife and the covers. This was a nice blending tool. I hadn't used anything like this before. The tip of it feels exactly like an eyeshadow sort of pad. So that's kind of like the same material, probably. But this blended really nicely. The thing I will say about this is watch out. It goes everywhere. So I got it all over my pants. Hopefully it comes out. I'm just hoping. OxyClean, come help me. So, you know, watch out for that. Other than that, I think it's a really nice, soft tone powder. And using this blending pad is a nice way to use the powder too. So the powder retails for $14.99, and the covers retail, this soft knife retails for $4.35. So would I buy this again for $14.99? I'd have to think about that. I really would, because of how messy it is, that's just a personal thing. It performed fine, and you actually get a lot of powder in this container, so I could see this lasting a long time. So if you're someone who uses sepia tones a lot and you kind of want this soft blendability of that, I'd say give it a try. For me personally, I probably would not buy it again at that price. So yeah, I'll have to say that. The Sofft knife at $4.35, I might buy that again. Yeah, I like how this blended, and the fact that it comes with extra covers here, so you can get a clean pad when you need them. I wonder if they wash well too, because that would be nice to be able to wash and reuse them. I'm assuming they would, but who knows. All right, and then last but not least, we have the Cretacolor Art Sticks. Burnt and dry sanguine, I guess, are the colors. I don't know, they kind of look the same to me. And these were really nice. They performed very well on this paper. They looked really great. I have no issues using either one of these. They retail for $5.99 for the set, and I think that's a fine price, and I would buy that again at that price. So good color sticks here to use, and on the art paper that's toned, it looks really nice. So all in all, a really solid Sketchbox this month. I really enjoyed trying this sort of different sepia tone on the toned paper. It's just awesome. Give it a try. I think if you haven't, or you know, if you're looking to sort of change up your routine, give it a shot. It's really fun to sort of work on a different tone of paper. All right, so that's all I have for you today, folks. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.